At the same time, there was a little group of mainly Midland bands digging further back into Jamaican history. In Coventry, they were reinventing the sound of the 60s. Two-Tone were a kind of musical commune that included Selector, The Beat and Madness. They injected old-school Jamaican ska with a new punk energy.
You know, the Two-Tone guys, they were from Coventry, and Jerry Dammers, this, you know, the maestro who pulled that all together, which was the weirdest thing. I mean, I never got to know Jerry at all. Some of the other guys, yeah, but Jerry seemed like a complete mastermind. I don't know what part of his brain was working, but some part clearly was in focus.
I'd say we were the beginning of the imitation generation, you know, we were, at least we were one of the first to do it. We were like the Jam. This was like imitating the past, but in real life.
This was our inspiration.
It'd be really hard to say why retro culture happened, but it did, and it was exciting.
I think it was good from the point of view that it probably introduced a younger generation into that music. And then you go and find the originals, and it's like, oh, that's what it's about, you know. And then those originals lead you on to something else. It's like you know, they're like stepping stones, I think. So I think Two-Tone was important from that point of view, you know.
The ska that we played was very different. We didn't really know how to play Jamaican ska properly. If you listen to it, it's actually a strange fusion of bits of skinhead style, a bit of mod style, a bit of Jamaican rude boy style, you know, mixing it and matching it and creating something which never actually happened in the first place, exactly.
There are, I believe, periods of huge energy and change, and I think youth always needs something to kick against. And if the political climate feels more oppressive to them, they will kick harder, and something else, something bigger and better will grow out of it.
Don't be immature, don't be a poser. I'm thinking you're in your bed of roses. Don't wanna be rich, don't wanna be bad, but I really ain't got to say.
In a way, the special was playing out a kind of the drama of British society on the stage. You know, that was part of the concept.
You've done too much, much too young. You're married with a kid when you could be having fun with
Two-Tone. I think that we were using elements of that time, of what Jamaican reggae artists and Jamaican ska artists like Laura Lake and Prince Buster, all those kind of people, and the Scatholites were doing. But we were really of the punk generation.
Go recycle, okay?
Three Minute Hero was about what it was like to have a job, clocking on, and just living in a way just for the weekend.
They asked you if you're all right. You say yes. But all the time, you know, it's a mess. It's 5 p.m. and you're on your way home. Just another day with that electric drum. 3 Minute Hero, I wanna be 3 Minute Hero.
It was possible for us to use political lyrics with that kind of music and still keep it high energy.
Pauline's band, The Selector, added the strongest punk stamp to this 60s retro culture. They toured the country alongside the Specials with high energy songs like On My Radio.
On My Radio showcased the vocals because of the very high on my radio, that kind of business going on. It sort of sounded a bit like Kate Bush crossed with I don't know, you know, Millie Small crossed with some other kind of reggae thing that was going on. It had all the ingredients of a quirky pop song, and people loved it.
With two-tone at the time, the ska revival, I always found that there was a closer connection with punk than there was with ska. It was like a lot of what would normally be a punk band would get up there and play an offbeat, and suddenly you've got something that sounds vaguely like ska.